No contact, most frequently asked questions. This is a monthly FAQ that I'm hosting based on the questions that I get from you during the month. I go through all of my comments and I see what you guys need from me. And the most commonly asked questions were about no contact. I gathered 12 really good questions that will definitely help you during this difficult time of you going no contact, because no contact can be extremely challenging time. Nothing is preparing you for this. Nothing you ever went through in your life up until this point prepared you to cut ties with a loved one, to not speak to them, to just kind of disappear. It's really difficult. It's really confusing. And in this video, I am going to make sense out of all of this mess. And by the way, if you have any question that I did not answer here in this video, drop it in the comment below, and I will make sure that I will put it in the arsenal of questions, which I will provide the answer to next month. So please feel free to do all this algorithm stuff so you can get notified when I upload a new video, because I am here to serve you. So just feel free to drop your questions, send me an email, or if you need my personal help one-on-one, go into the link in the description below and you can book a one-on-one call with me. All right, without any further ado, I am Coach Goldman, your relationship and breakup coach. Let's go to question number 1, which that was definitely the most common one: how to implement the no contact rule. Most people just have no clear idea. So let's make an order out of this mess. First things first, make sure that this is the right move to make. Most times it is, sometimes it's not, and it's up to you to take into consideration all the different variables in your separation. Why it ended, how it ended, what you said before, what you said during, what you said after. Did you stalk them? Did you send them a long-ass email? What kind of mistakes you made after? There is many things that you need to take into consideration, and this is where I can help you understand whether no contact is the right move for you or not. But you can use your common sense and logic. Most times when your ex breaks up with you, it is the right move to make. Number 2 here, it's don't decide to go no contact for a certain amount of days. My recommendation is no more than 3 months. I see a lot of coaches that tells you go no contact for 30 days, 21 days, 2 months, something like this. And there is not amount of time that you can go no contact that will be a very specific amount of time. And also, when you go no contact for a specific amount of time, you count the days. This is something that I don't want you to do, and I'm going to speak about it a little bit more. But right now, I want you to understand that you cannot put a timer on someone else's heart. When it comes to the matters of the heart, there is no time. There is just no time, but no more than 3 months. That's the important thing, because there is a logical and natural way that we as human beings processing emotions. And when it takes too much time, around the 3 months mark, what will happen if it's more than 3 months? Even if your ex come back, you hold resentment because 3 months you kept on waiting for them. So this will really be a detriment for the relationship, because you will grow resentment, and when you get them back, you, instead of being happy, you will be very resentful. I see it all the time. And the second thing is that if it takes more than 3 months, do they really care? There is very specific cases that more than 3 months, it's okay. It's only in long marriages. And if you're co-parenting or having kind of obligations together, this is a very unique situation. But because when it's like this, the energetic bond is still there, because you still see each other, but you don't talk about the relationship. So there is still the kind of chemistry and energy going on between you guys, but it's not romantic. So it can keep no contact. When I mean no contact within this type of relationship, it's just don't talk about the relationship, but co-parent and have a business together. Sometimes this is what happens, but I made an entire video on it, so go ahead and check it out. I want to keep this video very specific. All right, next is eliminate possible triggers. Delete your ex's phone number, because you're not supposed to reach out to them anyways. So you delete their number, archive or delete their messages. Don't look at anything. Don't go on social media, nothing. Keep it clean, you guys. Keep it clean, because everything you do can and will be used against you at this time period. You cannot do any of the stuff. Your ex needs to come to you after you decided that no contact is the right move to make. You don't contact them. You do the work and you work on yourself. Like I say here, if you wait, you don't heal. I don't want you just to wait. I want you to take the time for yourself to heal, because no contact is not for you to get them back. It's for you to get you back. That's the most important thing. Go no contact for you and not for your ex. Also, educate yourself on why no contact is your best move. Because the more you understand what you're doing and why, the how gets so much easier. So it's easier for you to understand that the relationship dynamic will be flawed if you are breaking no contact. Your ex is now got the upper hand. If you want to get the upper hand, you got to go no contact. And I actually made an entire playlist with maybe 30 or 40 videos up until this point that you can go and check out and watch all of them to educate yourself. The more you know, the better it will be for you. Question number 2, how long should no contact last? Like I said, between 1 to 3 months max. After that, you grow resentment. After that, it's just, do they really care? And think about it. If someone that you really care about, do you take this amount of time? And like I already said at the beginning, there is a natural way of digesting emotions, and there is certain time to digest emotions, especially when it comes to no contact. When they break up with you, their healing process and the way that they're processing emotions is different than yours. You're in an anxious, weak position. They're in a higher upper hand position. So they process the emotions differently. 1 to 3 months is very normal. More than 3 months, like I said, if it's more than 3 months, it's only because it was marriage, co-parenting, or you see this person on a almost daily or weekly basis. Question number 3, what should I do during no contact? The answer is very obvious. It's work on yourself. You got to do all the work on yourself. And what is the work on yourself? Is reflecting, understanding why the relationship ended, what you could have done better, what your ex told you was the reason for the breakup. And you got to take all of this and take it within and start doing the work on yourself. Because if you don't, what will happen? 2 things can happen. 1, your ex comes back and they see that you didn't change and they dump you again. Because if they broke up with you when you were acting and behaving a certain way and you didn't change it, they come back, they see the same person, they say, thank you, no thank you. This is number 1. Number 2, if they don't come back and you get into another relationship, you didn't change and you will perpetuate and actually take this type of behavior to your new relationship, and the new relationship will fail for the same exact reasons. So you need to do this work for yourself either way. And the best thing for you to do is when you do the work and your ex comes back, you know you changed, and then you say, did you change? This is where you know that you flipped the script on them, because you really changed and now you want to see if they changed. This is an important one. And if you need help with doing the work, check the link in the description below. Watch the Phoenix, the Rise of the Phoenix Healing Coaching Program that I've created for you. This is the work. Question 4, what if my ex contacts me? Answer. If they contact you, answer them. Many coaches I see, they say, don't answer, play this game, do this, do that, make them back. You don't need to make them back. When they are contacting you, they are in a very weak position. Now, the energy dynamic flipped, changed, and they want you. But they cannot just tell you, I missed you, I love you, I want to come back. They dip their feet into the pool before they dive in. They need to check the temperature before. They cannot do this all at once. It's very rare that they do. But they will do the indirect, direct approach. When they ask you something about your dog, about your dad, something very insignificant, because they cannot take the risk that you will go cold on them. So if you don't answer a message about the weather or about your dog, that's all right. They will not get very much hurt. And you got to understand, they understand they fucked up. They understand that they messed up and they are afraid. So the way that they're going to approach you, like I said, the indirect, direct, because they want to just see if you're still mad. They want to see if you're still hurt. They want to see where you are emotionally. And they cannot ask you where you are emotionally and because they don't even know. So they will find a reason to contact you. And when they do, understand that they are checking the temperature. And if they do, answer. If you don't and you play games, you lose them and you blow your chance. So make sure that they contact you, you answer, you keep it cool. And when you do the work, naturally you will keep it cool. All right? Yeah. Question number 5. How do I handle loneliness and anxiety? This is the work you must do. When you go through a breakup and you probably have an anxious attachment style, if you are dealing with loneliness and anxiety this way, this is exactly what you need. I know that it's hard and I know that it's painful and I know that it's excruciating. But the loneliness and the anxiety that you're feeling, you need to sit with your emotions. This is where you're doing the work, reflecting, digesting, sitting with the pain, meditating, go within, get familiar with yourself again, learn how to soothe yourself because you didn't learn how to soothe yourself. This is why you have an anxious attachment style. And this is where you got to do the work that I offered. This is why I created the Rise of the Phoenix online healing coaching program for you to do this work. The link in the description below. Make sure you watch it. Make sure that you do this work because this is what is going to heal you. This is what is going to build you up again. Question number 6. Will no contact make my ex miss me? The answer is yes, it will. Yeah, but just in case it's not, ask yourself, do you even want them back? If you go no contact on your ex and they don't miss you, do you want someone who will not miss you, who doesn't miss you? You don't, right? And this is one of the reasons that I say you go no contact for you and not for them. Because if you go no contact just for your ex to miss you, what are you doing? You using that as a strategy to get them back, or you using this as a method to get you back? That's the important thing that you must ask yourself. What is your agenda? What is your true agenda? Because if your agenda is just to get them back, you might be disappointed. But if your agenda is to get you back, you will always win because you either get yourself back and maybe they come along and you choose them back, or they come again and you choose not to and you want you. That's the most beautiful part about going no contact. Question number 7, can no contact help us get back together? Yeah, this is a highly effective way to repair broken relationships. Because what happens when you go no contact, it shifts the energy dynamic. You see, when your ex broke up with you, they were here energetically and you were here. They got the upper hand. They were in a very, very powerful position over you. And they said, I can live without you and I don't want you in my life. I know it's very, very hard to hear, but this is just the truth and I'm not sugarcoating anything. So what they did, they felt very strong. They felt very powerful and you felt very weak. And rejection breeds obsession. You felt even more rejected. You feel more obsessed. It was very hard for you to handle. And maybe you made some mistakes which make them more powerful and you weaker. So what's going on right now is that in no contact, you gain power because you gain understanding. You learn how to self-soothe. You learn a lot of things about yourself. You watch these kind of videos, or maybe you take my course and you start to realize some things, and then you gain power. You are more grounded, and they are disintegrating little by little, until they hit a point of anxiety that they might lose you. And when they hit the point that they might lose you, this is where the relationship dynamic changed. They reach out to you, to the indirect direct, and they said, let's give it another shot. This is where you can choose, I want to take you back or I don't want to take you back. So definitely I would say that yes, it can help you guys get back together. And I would even say that this is the only way after a breakup that I would even consider taking an ex back. Of course, if considering they've never been with no one else after, because if they've been with someone else no, I would never take them back. The relationship has been contaminated. And if you talk to me and you want my help to get your ex back and they were with someone else, I will not help you. I will help you heal, but not get them back. If they weren't with no one else and you were not with no one else, I will help you get them back. No problems about that. But just understand that no contact is very effective. Shift the energy dynamic, like I just said. Question 8. When is okay to break no contact? Never. Never. Not on birthday, not on a holiday, never. When you go no contact, it's a decision you make that you must stick to. You don't break no contact. If you do, relationship dynamic, again, changes into your disadvantage even more. You might get them back, but then they will break up with you again. See it many times. I actually made an entire video on it. So make sure you watch it. What happens when you break no contact? Question number 9. What if we have mutual friends? Having mutual friends can complicate things. Here are some tips. Set boundaries with your mutual friends. Let them know that you're taking time for yourself and prefer not to hear about your ex. This is a very important thing because sometimes when you have mutual friends, they give you clues or even very detailed information about your ex that is just triggering you. And like I said at the beginning, you gotta avoid triggers. You gotta not be triggered because when you are, it just makes it so much harder for you. And number 2 is avoid social gatherings. This is where, by the way, avoid social gatherings when you know your ex will be present, at least during the initial no contact period. That is a very important thing. And it just circles back to avoid triggers. You will make mistakes. You're not emotionally centered yet. You need to work on yourself as well. So this time is for you. Take it. And when your ex comes back, this is where you can make a decision. But for now, take this time for yourself. Question number 10. What if I need to see my ex for practical reasons? I can totally understand. Sometimes no contact isn't entirely possible due to practical reasons such as shared responsibilities. So what should you do? You keep the interactions brief and focus on practical matters. Avoid discussing personal topics or the relationship. Set clear boundaries and stick to them. You don't bring up the relationship ever. Even after the no contact rule, no contact period is done, your ex reached out to you, you don't talk about the relationship. This is very important because if you are bringing up the relationship, you lose control again and you lose the power. Because when they broke up with you, they initiated the separation. They need to initiate the first contact after, and they need to initiate the romantic contact again. It needs to be kind of on their pace, but it must come from them. If everything comes from you, you will be at the weakest position again. And after the relationship dynamic change, you want to keep it. And this is why I help you guys. I help you to shift the relationship dynamic. When we do our one-on-one calls, we work on a game plan on how to sustain this renewed sense of control that you have. Because you've been through a lot and you work on yourself and you are worthy now to not be just a doormat in this relationship. Because many of you guys were, and this is why I'm here to help you. Question number 11, how do I stay strong and not break no contact? Stay strong can be challenging, but here are some tips. One thing that I want to tell you about this, the first thing that I want to tell you about this is that don't engage in any vices. No alcohol, no drugs, no substances, nothing. This is the first thing that you got to do. Feel it. Let it hit you. It's okay. But this is the healing process. If you keep avoiding it, you will not heal. So you must let it hit you. And for it to hit you, you cannot avoid it. You cannot take anything that will distract you from it. You can't. You simply cannot. Remind yourself. First of all, remind yourself why you initiated no contact. You need to have a goal for this no contact period. And when I work with my clients, I tell them, and I'm going to give you the best advice that I give to my clients. Set a goal for this no contact. And for example, a goal can be something like, I want to heal my anxious attachment style. This is my goal. And you keep on reminding yourself, when you're weak, this is why I'm doing it. Because you know that if you reach out, you break, you will not heal. If you do it prematurely, you'll not heal, and the relationship will be over again. And if this relationship will not be over, your next one will be over. So you take this time for you. So this is number one, why you initiated no contact. Keep a journal to track your progress and emotions, very important. And you can reach out to friends or therapists when you feel the urge of breaking no contact. I help you guys a lot with that. I get a lot of pause. I really want to talk to my ex, and I tell you, okay, let's talk. Let's see why. And you guys always tells me, thank you so much for talking to me, because I know now that I don't need to do that. It's never a good idea. It never ends well. Engage in activities that bring you fulfillment, joy and fulfillment. This is a very important thing, because when you do things for yourself, you fall in love with yourself. And I always say, when you're going through no contact, do things for you and not to you. Eat good food. Go to work out. Don't eat junk. Don't engage in activities that disintegrate you. They just uplift you, because when times get hard, you need to get harder. You need to get stronger. You don't need to weaken yourself with vices. You need to work. This is one of the pillars of the work that I teach you guys. You got to get stronger. This is your time, because this pain will pass. And when it passes, after this, you can be bitter or you can be better. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments below. Bitter or better? I assume you're going to get better, but I want to see in your comments. Better. Last but not least, question 12. What are the benefits of no contact? The benefits of no contact is giving yourself time to heal and gain perspective, like we said, reducing emotional roller coaster by minimizing interactions with your ex, allowing both parties to reflect on the relationship and personal growth, creating an opportunity to rebuild your life and focus on well-being. Yes. With that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you need my help, go to the link in the description below. Book a one-on-one call with me. I'm sending you much love, and I will see you again in the next video. Adios.